Back scratcher. Meow, meow, meow. This, so, this is Elvis, and I bought him a back scratcher. And today is the 1st of April, and it's about 10 to 9 in the morning, and he's just come in, or I've just let him in, and he's attempting to clean himself, but I want to disturb him a little bit, just like how he disturbs me about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I, last week, bought him yes, I did buy him a back scratcher. I didn't mean to, I just came across it, and it kind of helps if I don't want to sort of have my hands all covered in hair, or if he's just come in, he's covered in a bit of like outside, I can just, you know, scratch his back. But sometimes he just loves to play with it. Oh my god, this is oh my god. Oh my god, I don't know if you can hear him purring. Oh my god, Elvis. I need to clean his face a little. I know I'm annoying him. He's trying to clean himself, but when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you have a kitty cat that deliberately wakes you up for, well, food, to go outside for no reason, then this is what I call payback. Oh my god. I don't know if he's playing right now, or if he just wants to continue cleaning himself, or if I'm kind of a little bit of annoying. But anyway, okay, you can have it. Do you know what? I have bought him so many toys. He's a rescue that I got, well, I wouldn't say got, he came into my life 4 years ago, absolutely like, oh, he's fallen, skin and bone and everything else. And now he's the most spoilt cat on the street. He was so, like, anyway, he's here, and I've always, oh god, he's still playing. He thought, what is it? Oh, I'm going to rip the sofa now. Actually, that cloth is his. It's what I put on the sofa for when he comes in from outside, you know, either fighting with, well, actually he doesn't fight anymore. He only got done last year, 2015, after not being done for a while. He's 10 now, the vet reckons. Oh gosh, you know what he's looking at? He's looking at the light from the camera. This cat is getting more and more playful. For many years, he never played at all. He was always very, very serious. I bought him toys. I bought him, like, even catnip. He just couldn't be bothered with anything like that. And I think it's because he's been on the street for most of his life. The vets reckon he's about 10. And I got him, well, he'd be about 11 now. And I got him, when did I, no, actually, the vets in 2014 reckoned he was about 10. Is he about 10? He's probably about, oh, I'm not sure. He's either 11 or 12 now. We're not sure of his age, because the neighbours said, one of the neighbours who'd been on the street for many years said when he was there after 7 years, when he first moved in, the cat was there and he was like really small, maybe a kitten. And then he's been there for about 7 years. So the cat was basically stray for about 6 of those, because he had an owner who passed away. And this cat was known by many different names. Some, you know, like Stompy or Stumpy or something, because he's a bit munchkin. He's got a bit of munchkin in him. Anyway, his tail has grown back. When I first got him, he never, honestly, his tail was like a piece of stick. He never had a bit of hair on his tail or anything. His tail was always half a tail. I don't know what's happened, like he had an accident, or, you know, or someone did something awful, or, you know, like, you know, his tail was always half of, you know, and look, he's got fur on his tail, whatever's kind of his tail is meant to be, but he's still got fur on his tail. He's a bit of a mess now. I don't know what he's been doing, like, since he's been outside. He's probably walking around, laying down with other cats. He's got lots and lots of stray friends from his old days that still hang around, but a lot of them are being looked after, not like officially being looked after by one of the neighbours, but kind of unofficially. You know, they go for meals and they've got a shed that they sleep in, and, you know, and I think my cat still goes to visit them. Anyway, that's Elvis. His name wasn't originally Elvis. It was, I don't know, I called him Elvis because a couple of years ago, when I had to officially, when he became ill, he wasn't mine officially, and he was never done, so he was always going outside quite regularly, you know, to fight, to keep the neighborhood straight. He was always looked up to, this cat, by the other stray cats, not because he was aggressive, but because he kept them in line, and they all respected him, and they'd come and see him, and wherever he was. And because I was feeding him outside, and, you know, it took months for him to sort of jump into my arms. And he didn't jump into my arms or one of the neighbours' arms just like that. He became ill, and he'd eaten something really ridiculous, just something that made him very, very ill. And then he just came to us and flopped in our arms, and I took him to the vet, because he didn't really belong to anyone. We were just looking after him, but I loved him, completely loved him. So I took him to the vets, and they said the only way I could get him back is because he was ill, you know, the only way I could get him back and they'd treat him and give him back to me was if I officially adopted him. So I named him, at first I named him Puss, and then I changed it to Elvis because I wanted to call him Wolverine, but Wolverine is canine, and I didn't want to put my cat through the shame of being, you know, to me Wolverine, yeah, it's fantastic, but to him as a cat, it doesn't matter. He's a pussycat, he's not a canine. He's feline, and so he's feline, and so he so I couldn't think of a name at the time. I didn't want to call him Thundercat or anything like that, so I just had a picture of Elvis and I just called him Elvis, and that was it. Anyway, speak to you guys later.